Hey, it's Matt. So it's October, the weather's cooling down, struggling between focusing on deer hunting and fishing. But, I managed to get a deer opening day of bow season, so that took off a little bit of pressure, got some meat in the freezer. So I want to get back out on the lake. So to finish out the year, I'm going to do something a little special, something I've been wanting to do for a long time. It's a little out there, so bear with me. I'm a huge fan of Tactical Bassin, great YouTube channel. Encourage you to check those guys out. I learn a ton from them. But they're out in California and they do a lot of this big swim baiting, but they always preach this will work across the country. So we're going to see about that. So I decided I'm going to give this whole swim bait thing a shot. And I'm not going half in, I'm going all in. I'm going for it. This isn't some big Kitech. I'm going to roll an 8-inch. That was a big rod. Okay, I'm going to roll an 8-inch SPRO BBZ fast sink. This thing's 8 inches long, weighs 5.5 ounces. Let me show you a little reference here. There's one of my favorite rattle traps. I've caught a lot of big bass on this rattle trap. There you go, there's a little size reference for you. One more quick size reference. When I got into throwing the Whopper Plopper, I first got into throwing the 90 size. Then I decided to throw the 130. I thought the 130 size was huge. That's right here. There you go. That 130 size Whopper Plopper doesn't seem quite that big anymore. So thank God my wife is a good sport, because not only was this a $35 lure, I didn't have a rod that was anywhere near big and powerful enough to throw this thing. So I did a little research on Tackle Warehouse. Didn't want to spend a ton of money. Found these 13 Fishing Defy black swim bait rods. 8-foot heavy action, rated for 4 to 8 ounces. It comes in two models, heavy and an extra heavy. I thought this 5.5 ounce BBZ fit right in the middle of its 4 to 8 ounce rating, so I thought I'd go with the heavy. I've cast it a few times off the dock, and I would say that it's about all this rod wants. That's for sure. I definitely wouldn't want to go any bigger, but it seemed to handle it. My 3 Corrado reels I have on order are still on back order. Tackle Warehouse, you're probably not listening, but help me out here. So I'm going to throw it on a Casitas 150 size Casitas reel. It is clear this is not enough reel for this operation, but for our 1 or 2 outings of the year, we're gonna make do. Decided to throw that on some 50-pound braid. So I picked up some 25-pound fluorocarbon leader. I like this dual hardcore stuff if you're just looking for 30 yards of leader material. The way they package it is great, because it keeps the line from tangling on you, keeps it nice and contained. You just pull it out as you need it. Not sure if I'm going to use this or not. The thought of this $35 lure snapping off because I tied a bad connection knot makes me a little nervous. I've been working on the blood knot. Probably going to stick with the Crazy Alberto. I have a little more confidence in that knot. So anyway, there's a few different lakes, that I know have the bass, have bass big enough to eat this. They're my confidence big bass lakes. I'd like to try it in all 3. We'll see what happens. Probably going to start at the lake you've seen in some of our other videos that we call Bass Mecca. I know that they're in there. It's probably the lake I have the most confidence that there's some monsters swimming around in there. So we're going to give this a shot. October I found going deep, that 15 to 20 foot range is the best bet, so I picked up the fast sink. Sinks at 1 foot per second. So I'm going to try to crawl this thing through the murky depths, taking weeds and pulling it out. So, alright, stay tuned, and I'll see you on the lake with this monster.